Hey, it's me, Nalthazar, and welcome to another Magic Puzzle Quest video. In today's video, I'm going to give you my early take and reaction to the new Oko the Ringleader Planeswalker. So, let's get into it. I want to give a big thank you to Webcore for sending me this Planeswalker so that I could make this review for you all, and so that I could test it out and get a grip of how I feel about this Planeswalker. So thank you very much for your continued support of my channel. Oko the Ringleader is a new blue-green Planeswalker, and if you want to just cut all the fluff and sass, I said in my patch notes video that as a bold take, I thought that this could wind up being the best Planeswalker in the game. And I stand by that after I've played this Planeswalker. I think that this is the best Planeswalker for Standard in the game. So in Legacy, I think it drops a tier just because the mana gains are a little bit lower. And I feel like in Legacy, whoever gets Omniscience out first wins. But for Standard, this is bar none, to me, the best Planeswalker in the game. The first ability, Gold Fever, is going to create 4 gold tokens. You're going to draw 2 cards, and you're going to get the Crime Emblem. The Crime Emblem is going to make it so that when you use that first ability again on subsequent turns, the cards that you draw are going to have half mana. This ability is absolutely nutty. A, 7 loyalty is fairly reasonable. B, the 4 gold tokens actually do a lot to cover the biggest weakness that Oko has, which are his mana gains. He's only got a +3 to green and blue as the 2 primary colors, and that definitely is a knock against Oko. But that is the only knock, and the amount of gold tokens that you'll be producing with the first and the third abilities, or from the generation of mana that you can get from using the second ability to copy and reinforce creatures, is going to be enough to completely bypass that. Now, the gold tokens are also really great for interacting with recent mechanics that we've gotten in Puzzle Quest that'll be standard for quite a while. Things like bargain, things like collect evidence. Those are going to be things that are going to be prominent in the game, especially because we have some really good cards that do that, right? For collect evidence, we have Urgent Necropsy, right? This card is an incredible card in Standard right now. It's got Collect Evidence 2, and then destroy the first opposing creature. If you're able to collect that evidence, then you're just going to destroy all opposing cards. So you're basically having a 12 mana world wipe for just your opponent. And all you need are 2 simple tokens. And the first ability is going to make 4 of them. So you're going to be able to get those out pretty much at will and destroy your entire opponent board state for only 12 mana. This is an incredible card that wasn't incredible until Oko existed. We've got Follow the Bodies. This is an 11 mana spell that when you're able to collect the 3 evidence is going to draw 3 cards and then give half mana to every card in your hand. If you play 2 copies of this, that's full mana to every even mana cost card in your hand. I say even because they round down for the mana gain, and so as a result, odd cost cards don't wind up getting full mana, but even ones do, and you're going to wind up playing a ridiculous number of cards with that. You can do some really, really nutty things as a result. So I think that honestly, that first ability is incredibly powerful. You're going to generate tempo, you're going to be drawing cards, you're going to be filtering through your deck, you're going to be putting gold tokens out, you're going to be gaining mana. It's got a lot of greatness in it. Also, the 7 cost is fairly reasonable. If we compare it to other Planeswalkers that have an ability kind of like that, let's take Kasmina, as I think that is the best comparison for Oko the Ringleader. Kasmina's first costs 6, you're going to pick one of the first 4, and you're going to give it mana equal to the greatest shield count on your supports. Oko is going to cost 1 more at 7, however, I personally feel like you're getting more out of that ability than you're getting out of Kasmina's, because you're getting 2 cards instead of 1, and after that first activation, they're all gaining half mana, and you're getting the gold tokens. So I just feel like it's a case of, well, you get this, and this, and this. So first ability is an S+ tier ability. Second ability, Partner Duplicate. You're going to create a copy of a non-token creature you control into your hand. That card is going to get full mana, and if you have the Crime Emblem from using the first ability once in a game, then that creature is also going to get reinforced. So you can use this ability which is also only 10 loyalty. It's super low costed. And you can copy stuff like Galta, for example, right? Galta is the most incredible thing that you can copy with this, because you've got a 15-15 that's now going to become a 30-30 and then a 45-45, and it's going to convert the gems to green because you're going to be playing another free copy of it. Only 10 loyalty for the ability, you're going to be able to use it over and over and over again. Or you can pop the third ability, or you can pop the first again. It just gives you so much flexibility. And Galta, which is already a very meta card, it just slots perfectly into this Planeswalker's deck kit and becomes absolutely ridiculous. Finally, the third ability is going to create 3 Grand Heist tokens. And what those are going to do is basically make it so that anytime a gold token is destroyed, you're going to steal a card from your opponent's hand at random and give it full mana. If your opponent doesn't have a card in hand to steal, you're going to take the top card of their deck and put it in your hand with full mana. The real bread and butter here, though, is that you're going to be creating 8 gold tokens for activating the third ability. You're going to probably be activating your first ability, maybe a few times a match, and so you're going to have a whole bunch of gold on the battlefield. Those gold tokens are going to get destroyed. You might wind up playing a converter card. The converter card will pop the gold tokens, and your opponent's hand is all of a sudden yours. In my opinion, the best way to win in Puzzle Quest is to not lose. And I know that might sound silly, but you're not going to lose a game if your opponent can't play cards. And with Oko's third ability, it's very easy to just steal your opponent's whole hand, and then once you've got that third ability down, just to continue stealing it over and over and over again. So if you need to go the control route, Oko is going to be an amazing option for that. If you need to go an aggro route, the second ability is going to make it so that Oko is really amazing for that. If you're needing to pull some piece of a combo, you're either running a combo deck or maybe you just need something for an objective, the first ability is going to be great for that. Most top tier Planeswalkers have an S plus tier ability, 1, single ability, maybe 2, probably not 3. Oko has an S plus tier first ability, an S plus tier second ability, and an S plus tier third ability. As I said, the only real knock on Oko are the +3 mana gains, and that's really not that big of a deal. Now, I did showcase some of the cards that I think are pretty big heavy hitters, like Galta, things that are a little bit more obvious, but even if we look under the hood a little bit, we've got things like Sentinel of the Nameless City, where this thing's going to enter the battlefield and reinforce equal to the number of artifacts you control. Those gold tokens or artifacts, this thing's going to reinforce really quickly. You can end games very quickly with a card like this. You do not need mythics and masterpieces in order for Oko to be a great Planeswalker. You can get away with a Pauper Plus deck, like the one that I'm showcasing on the screen right here, and absolutely dominate opponents. I have still yet to lose a match with Oko, and I've been playing with Oko pretty much since launch. I opened all my packs, and then I started testing Oko and other cards. Almost all of my testing has been with Oko. Very little hasn't been. I've been playing a ton of Oko in the past, 36 hours? A ton. If I could master a Planeswalker, I would have mastered this Planeswalker, just in terms of leveling progression, because I've played it that much. This Planeswalker is, to me, the best Planeswalker in Standard. I want to go ahead and show you guys gameplay footage of this Planeswalker in action, so that you can see a little bit of why I think it's so incredible. Okay, this is going to be the superpowered version of Oko, where I am pulling no punches. It's just going to be pure, unadulterated death and chaos. And for anyone who has faced my Oko, or I've been running a version of this deck in the last few days, I just want to start off by saying I'm sorry. Because I've gotten messages from a few people now who have gone up against this, and I do not envy your playing experience. So, turn 1 Tempt with Discovery, we take it. We've actually already got our first ability available here as well. I've got a Railway Brute and a Follow the Bodies. I'm actually going to take Follow the Bodies since I have my first available already, and then, oh gosh, I want all of this, which isn't fair. I want all of it. Oh, don't take it? Okay, cool. They didn't take the 5 match. That was what I was worried about. I was worried they would take it. So here what we're going to do is I'm going to Gold Fever. This is going to make it so that Follow the Bodies. Oh boy. I got another Follow the Bodies here. That's fair and balanced. So yeah, Follow the Bodies is going to cast here. Let's do Thunderous Debut. And then, will I have enough mana for 2 Follow the Bodies? I don't think so. I think it'll just be 1, but that's okay. So here we're going to very easily collect evidence to trigger Follow the Bodies. That's going to give us a whole bunch of mana. The Temple of Discovery needed one more. That's one of the downsides to an odd mana cost, but here I don't mind at all, honestly. Let's see. I've got a Colony Garden, and I've just got so many things I want to play here. So I think that the Garden needs to be first, and the Arbor needs to be second. Let's go Arbor first, Garden second. Let's do it this way. I think this will be okay. So we're gonna go Arbor first. Okay, that's gonna make it so I'm delaying this by another turn. That's fine. My opponent's gonna get a huge match. Let's see what they've got. No. Mind you, I'm purposefully playing this match to try and make big things happen. So I'm not playing this optimally for just like killing my opponent as quickly as possible. I'm doing it in a very much I want to go boom. I very much want to go boom here. So just keep that in mind a little bit when you're watching this, and if you're like, why are you holding on to some of those things there, Michael? That's why. So here we got the Railway Brawler coming down. That's going to get really big really fast. We're going to move card Thunderous Debut. Yes, please. I will take a free Galta. Yes, I love me my Galtas. And then I'm going to destroy one of those token support thingies, whatever, that's fine, for a Railway Brawler. I think that the Brawler is going to start getting bigger if I do it that way. We're going to attempt with Discovery, which is good. It's going to get us 2 more cards. And then I'll take a Thunderous Debut, yes please. And I'll take Galta, yes please. So let's take Thunderous Debut and Galta. I've got another match. And then, let's do it this way. Let's even just throw the Galta away. We're going to throw the Galta away. No, I'm not. Oh, I can draw cards. This is Expedition or Thunderous Debut. We're going to toss the Expedition. Oh gosh. I wish I had haste this turn. I wish I had haste. I don't, which is fine. So let's make a copy of Galta. We're going to get the Spree. Oh gosh. We're doing this dirty. We're doing this so dirty. All right, now we get our Galta copy. We're going to get a whole bunch of mana to my hand. Oh, that Railway Brawler is going to get real big. Oh, Kaito, I am so sorry, buddy. This is not your lucky day. We're going to take another Railway Brawler here. And then I'm going to destroy a support. Cool. And I'm going to take another Railway Brawler here. Oh, boy. I'm almost sorry. I'm not entirely sorry because I'm a monster. And I'm okay with that. But I'm partially sorry. Like, small portion sorry, right? Oh, jeez. The Brawler. It hasn't even attacked. It's already at 1,000 power. Oh, man. This deck is so ridiculous, guys. If you can make this deck, it's not fair. All right, one with the multiverse is fine. Oh, no, you're playing cards. That's going to boost my Brawler. You're taking my elemental stack. You know what? Sure. You took the wrong creature. Sure. Take the elementals. All right. That was a freebie, okay? That was the one freebie I give you. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to use my first here. I could have used my second. I suppose there is a world in which it would have made more sense for me to use my second, but it's more fun to do it this way, honestly. So I could have even used my third. That would have been spicy. That would have been real spicy. Well, let's see. We're going to follow the bodies. That's going to make some tokens. We're going to draw 3. Oh boy. Can we collect evidence even more? Yep, we can. That's going to give me even more mana. Oh boy. Yep. We're going to get rid of your little plant thing that you stole from me like a monster. The Dryad Arbor is going to ensure that I get to cast the rest of my hand. Tempt with Discovery is going to come down. I think I have another one in my hand too. Oh gosh. I've got another one of those things. My Spree counter is definitely going to be at 4. Yep. Spree is at 4. Oh geez. All these green matches are going to boost the Brawler. All right. Bonus question. Who thinks that Kaito is going to be able to survive this turn? Show of hands. Who thinks that Kaito is going to make it out of this alive? I'm not putting up my hand because I think that Kaito is Dunskies. Totally done. Oh, jeez. If the brawler worked properly, by the way, it doesn't even matter. Like, even if the brawler worked properly, this would be completely, entirely, and utterly broken. So, just saying, like, this isn't just because the brawler is boosting itself. Oh gosh, I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to double the Galta, but I'm gonna double the brawler. I'm gonna double the brawler. It's more fun that way to get the extra brawler anyways, because this brawler's getting big. So let's see when we get the brawler. There it is. It's going to go up to almost 3,000 power. I'm not stopping this loop. Absolutely not. You are not stopping this. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Yeah. We're going to do supports. We're going to take another one of these. Yep. Oh, yeah. No, we're not stopping this. We're getting to the 10,000 power range, guys. We're this. Kaito, this is the end, buddy. So, I know that this showcases the power of Galta and the Brawler, but it's more just to showcase just how crazy Oko can make decks if you have powerful cards. Basically, your strong cards get stronger. Much stronger. They get much easier to play, and you can do terrible things like that. So I'm gonna take that as my game for Oko with the big kids. This deck is going to be an example of just how powerful Oko can be, even without using Mythics and Masterpieces. This is a Pauper Plus deck, and it's going to be showcasing just how powerful as well the simple token strategy is. So running things like Collect Evidence, Bargain, stuff like that, with Oko's first and third ability spam, because it gets out of hand really quickly. So I've got Glorious Sunrise here. I like that. I like getting conversion down early if I can. That's going to help me get my loyalty, and then helping me get that loyalty going as quickly as possible is definitely going to be in my best interest. So I'm going to take some matches here based on a combination of what I don't want my opponent to get. So I don't want my opponent to be getting red and blue matches. And then also a little bit of what I want to get for me. So I'm getting some Gold Rushes here. Gold Rush is good. Gold Rush is going to give me a bunch of simple tokens. More importantly, a bunch of gold simple tokens. And those gold simple tokens are going to make the Merfolk get real big. So we've got our converter down. We should be pretty close to activating my first ability. Here I'm actually going to go ahead and bring up Sleep with the Fish. I always like to make sure that I have my removal ready to go, just in case my opponent plays something completely terrible. As for what match I want, there's a lot of blue gems on the board. I'm gonna take the match that destroys blue gems here. I want to get rid of some of the blue gems from my opponent. I get it to Fairy. I like that too. I like that quite a lot. So, is it worth it to do it this way? Sure. Let's make sure that we can use my first if I want, and then let's keep a bunch of green gems on the battlefield. Beautiful. My opponent has Avaricious Dragon, so we're gonna turn that thing into a fish. So let's sleep it, and we get a fish. I'm also gonna get a Teferi down. Beautiful. We're gonna use Teferis first just to see what we fish up. I don't really need that, so I'm gonna throw that away. And then I'm pretty close to being able to use those Gold Rushes, actually. So let's use my first ability. Let's get the Crime Emblem. Let's get the gold tokens down. Got a Thunderous Debut. This is nasty. This is really good. Okay, so then here what I want is, I think I want to get the Sunken Citadel down. So this is going to make a double match. It's going to give me a bunch of mana. Not quite enough. Almost. All right. Not quite enough, but almost. Now I have enough for the Citadel. Very nice. I have enough to be able to make gold tokens with my first, but I actually, unfortunately, will need to... I'll need to play some things first. So let's freeze down the second Nameless Sentinel, just so that we can make it so that it's more likely that it will play. And then I think green will be the most common color. It's either green or black here. Okay, those double black matches helped a lot. It should be green. Okay. So we're going to get, you know what, let's boost up our fish here. Why not? And then you're going to see a Sentinel come out swinging. Like, this is going to be big. So, not like huge, enormous big, but it's going to be big. So we're at 27. I thought I had more gold than that. I guess not. Either way, that's still fine. The next one is going to be big. Well, we'll do it that way, okay? The next one will be big. So my opponent, oh, that's a bad play there. That's a real bad play for you there, buddy. I've got the crime emblem, so I'm going to be able to get the nameless sentinel down. You know what? Let's use Oko's third. Oko's third is going to make 8 gold tokens. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to use Teferi's first to draw a card. Cryptex, cool. That's another artifact. We love that. I don't need to sleep with the fish here. And so, do I have a way of gaining mana without destroying my gold tokens? That's the real question here. I can, but I'd rather destroy the gold tokens to ensure that I get the Thunderous debut off. So, let's get the debut. I'm stealing an opponent's creature, 24 mana. I wonder if it's going to be the Cityscape Leveler. We'll see. It doesn't actually matter. My opponent's dead. Like, there's just nothing that my opponent can do here. Look at this. Here we go. We're going to choose supports. So we destroyed the Cryptex. Not a big deal. We're going to Thunderous debut again for another Sentinel of the Nameless City. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, it is Cityscape Leveler. Oof. Oof. And that's game over. That's a big time game over. So, ooh, cut your losses. Okay. I didn't need that, but I mean, I appreciate it. I'm going to destroy more gold tokens. I'm going to steal my opponent's whole hand. I'm going to get Darien down, Cryptex down. There's no creatures for me to steal. That's fine. We're going to cut your losses again, entirely unnecessary. And then the last creature that they're going to be offering me up as tribute is an Avaricious Dragon. I'll take that over the fish. Why not? And then now my merfolk's going to just go slap happy. It's going to go into like the 200 power range, I think, right? Is that what's going to happen here? Yeah, 212. Game over. You're not surviving this, buddy. So, yeah, crazy powerful. You ramp up real fast here. Real fast. Attempt. Yeah, okay. In conclusion, I think that Oko is pretty future-proof in that the abilities are all great. And green and blue are always going to have interesting cards in them. Green especially is always going to have powerful creatures. And so being able to just create copies and then play extra copies for free and reinforce is always going to be a great ability. Being able to draw cards and get mana and get gold tokens, at least at that level for that loyalty, is always going to be a great ability. Making it so that your opponent doesn't have cards in their hand is always going to be a great ability. There's really nothing that's going to knock that down. So, do I think that Oko the Ringleader is worth having? Absolutely. I think that Oko the Ringleader is an S+ tier Planeswalker. I think it's a Planeswalker that every player should have in their collection, and I think you really can't go wrong with this one. I'd be interested to see what sorts of decks you guys build with Oko. I'd be interested to hear if you think that I'm just completely out of my mind and you think that Oko is not the best Planeswalker. Please only tell me that, though, if you have gotten Oko and tested it out yourself, though. If you don't want to spend money on Oko, don't fret. Oko will be available in the vault for 650 mana crystals at some point in the future. With Webcore, the Planeswalkers coming out has been a lot slower from when they've been in the vault for cash versus when they're in the vault for crystals. So definitely worth biding your time if you're a free-to-play player. And if you're not a free-to-play player, get this Planeswalker right now. You will not regret it. It's really, really good. It's also really fun. It enables you to play older cards that weren't good. It enables you to play with your newer cards better. And there's just a lot of mileage that you can get out of this Planeswalker. So that's my review in a nutshell. Maybe my opinion changes a little bit as we go. But even if it changes a little bit, it would be that this is like the second or third best Planeswalker. Honestly, I don't see that happening. I think this is the best right now, unless something like Galta gets incredibly nerfed, axed, what have you, or something completely power creeps it. So that's where I'm at. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.